Welcome to Stage 5 of the Tour de France from Huy to Bastogne. Ad Wijnands has been the lone breakaway rider for most of the stage, scored all the points for the King of the Mountains on 3 Category 4 climbs, taking the points at the intermediate sprint as well. But the peloton all together and not far away, so Wijnands will be caught pretty soon. Julien Alaphilippe is the new yellow jersey after winning yesterday's stage at the Mur de Huy. Possible he could lose it today because the sprinter Andre Darrigade is in 3rd place, just 8 seconds behind him. And if Darrigade were to win the stage and Alaphilippe were to finish outside the top 3, then Darrigade would become the new leader. So time bonuses coming into play. Of course, Mario Cipollini could spoil that for Andre Darrigade. He's already won a stage. He'll be looking to add a 2nd victory today. So that is where things stand in terms of the overall classification. George Hincapie remains the leader in the green jersey competition and the King of the Mountains competition. But I think one of the sprinters ought to take that jersey off his shoulders today. Cipollini, scoring best at the intermediate sprint, is the most points of all the big sprinters, so he'd be the most likely to retake the green jersey. But we're up to 20 kilometers to go, and Ad Wijnands on the verge of being brought back. Shouldn't be too long now. La Vie Claire have already won the team time trial, so getting a good chunk of points. They also would like to get some stage wins from Andre Darrigade. They're in a very close battle with Bianchi Campagnolo for the overall team title. Darrigade the key for La Vie Claire. They do have Ghost of Peterson to challenge for the overall classification, but Darrigade should give them the edge in terms of points gathered from stages and possibly the green jersey competition. So the sprint stage is very important for La Vie Claire. Bianchi Campagnolo don't really have a sprinter in this race. Closest thing to that is the Arco Guerra, and he's certainly an outsider when compared to the big men like Abdou-Japarov, Cipollini, and Darrigade. Some nervous viewing for the managers of those teams, hoping the results go their way. It's Zulu Kingdom and La Vie Claire driving the peloton. Approaching 10 kilometers to go. And Abdou-Japarov, shown here, has only won a single race this season. That was stage 5 of Paris-Nice. He's had a few seconds and thirds. He scored a decent amount of points in totality. But the manager, frustrated with the lack of victories and the pressure mounting for Abdou-Japarov to get some first place results. Teams now starting to organize themselves. Cipollini's got his lead out men forming in front of him. Zulu Kingdom making some sort of semblance of lead out train. Andre Darrigade to the right of Cipollini. He's got Cyril Guimard in front of him. Julien Alaphilippe in the frame as well. He's on the wheel of Davis Finney. Taking stock of where all the sprinters are. We're entering the last 3 kilometers and it's still a bit of a mess. No lead out train has asserted themselves. Going forward is Ceramigas, but is Cipollini where he's supposed to be? I'm not quite sure. Zulu launching on the right hand side. Now there's Dmitry Konishev, he's got Cipollini in his wheel. Now Cipollini goes for the line. And Mario Cipollini, he's made a big mess of it, but he's still going to come out on top, riding the ship in the last kilometer. And in the end, he's simply too fast for anybody else to get around. Andre Darrigade emerging from the mess to get 2nd place. Matteo Trentin of Kelme will take 3rd, and Abdou-Japarov a disappointing 4th place. Julien Alaphilippe will get 5th. So mixing up with the sprinters, possibly looking for a time bonus to defend this lead. But Alaphilippe will defend his yellow jersey because Andre Darrigade, he took 6 bonus seconds for 2nd place, and that was not quite enough to take the lead. But in a hectic final few kilometers, Mario Cipollini has emerged the stage victor, his 2nd victory already in the Tour de France. We'll see if he can add a 3rd tomorrow. Darrigade, Trentin, Abdou-Japarov, and Alaphilippe, the rest of your top 5. Then Arco Guerra, Jan Kurzipu, Jan Ross, Choman Peruena, and Rudy Altig the rest of your top 10. It seems as if most of the peloton finishing together, perhaps add Winans and a few other stragglers losing time, but nothing too impactful for the long-term range. The general classification, Andre Dargad up to 2nd place because of his time bonus. Stan Ockers bumped down into 3rd, but otherwise no change overall. Alaphilippe still leads, but tomorrow's stage, one more chance for Andre Dargad to get back in the yellow jersey. In the points jersey, Mario Cipollini, the stage winner, retakes the lead by 37 points over Andre Dargad. Jamaluddin Abdujaparov up into 3rd. Hincapie down to 4th. Of course, Hincapie still leading the King of the Mountains. You'll have that for a few more stages yet, and Bianchi Campagnolo remain leaders in the team competition. But we've got another sprint stage tomorrow as the race re-enters France, and once again the big 3 sprinters will be going at it. We'll see you then.